Really solid win for us to get this done. Coming back home for the second time, we haven't been here for a while, and so we're trying to put together some consistency playing here, and where the consistency showed up it was with our defense. They did a fantastic job again today to go back out at halftime after halftime and shut them down and not give anything up and just play really good football. To answer the bell, we had three horrible turnovers in this game. It's so hard to win it at -3 in a game, and so the game, it stays close because of that. But the defensive guys did a great job of going out and there answering the bell. I think they got 3 points out of the 3 turnovers, so that's huge. It's a big source of pride for us that we do that well, and we have been doing it well during the season already, and we just did it again. So I'm really fired up about that. Pass rush was alive again today. A lot of opportunities for us to go get it, and I was really fired up that we finished it. That's the way we like to finish games here at Lumen, and chasing the quarterback around, getting sacks, and it like that. Gino had a really nice, solid game, and numbers were good. Brought the pups to life in this game. It was great to see Jackson get his first touchdown, and he had a number of contributions, and Bobo, a freaking circus grab to hold that ball and get it by an eyelash down there and make that touchdown was a great play by both Gino and Bobo. But it's great for us, here we go, coming around to the halfway point, and to have those pups playing like that. They can play like starters, and they did. And so that's a great accomplishment through the process. It's what we shoot for, and so really, fired up to be able to say that those guys can go out there and play, and it doesn't matter what's going on or who's in the game or whatever. They'll play like starters. Kenny had a really good day. It was hard. It was a hard, tough day. Got over 100 yards, I think. That's what I heard. But he battled all day long and did a really nice job. So I think the guys up front, somebody gave me the number that this is the 5th variation of our offensive line. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. Well, that's challenging. But those guys did well today, and they protected Gino. And I don't know what the sack thing happened like, but it was a really good job by those guys getting a 100-yard rusher and protecting the quarterback enough so that we could play a good football game. So a lot of good stuff. Penalties still were a factor, but today again we got better on third downs, both sides. I think we were 7 out of 13 on offense, which is a great improvement, and it might have been like 5 for 15 or something like that on defense, which is another. We did it last week as well, and that's a big deal for the way we're playing. That's why things are turning a little bit. So fired up that we're going places, and we got out of there pretty healthy, other than Chenna. Chenna has a pec strain, and we don't know anything about the extent of it at this point.
Seemed like
it's good looking coat, man.
Seemed like Jordan Brooks was just all over the place. I mean, he's still only 9 months from that surgery. Do you ever marvel at just what he's doing?
Yeah, John, he's never ever even flinched. He really hasn't. We held him out of some practices and trying to not overload him in preparation for the games early on, but he hasn't even flinched. He's such a fantastic athlete, so strong and explosive and all that. You can't see anything in his game that's off. This is the best he's been, and he showed that, and he's just cleaned his game up so well, and where he's way more consistent than he was. It wasn't a consistency that he would go for stuff, and he maybe not at the right time, and his timing now is really much advanced, and so he's just playing better football.
Witherspoon had a couple of huge plays.
Oh, man. Did we know Witherspoon was out there today? The Spoon was out there again today. Golly. Had 2 great plays, another great hit, 3 great plays at least in the game, and unfortunately the penalties take those plays away. But you know he's out there, and really an exciting young player.
Do Gino's turnovers concern you at all? I mean, just there's been a couple.
Yeah, and it's something that we've been talking about. He got on the sprint. He's outside the pocket, and it didn't happen on rhythm, so it went to a late rhythm, and he took a shot trying to squeeze one in there, and that he knows. We saw him do that in camp a few times, and it's something that's topical, and he's sick about it. He just should have eaten the football or run with the ball right there. That's what the options are, and he tried to squeeze one in. We went quick on the snap, and we didn't handle it right. So, other than that.
When you challenged the Bobo reception, did you know at the time, or did you get a word at the time that he got his foot in?
I had Nate and Carl screaming in my ear about to challenge it, and right down to the end of it, because I saw it too, and I couldn't tell, I saw it right down the sidelines. I saw what they had shown on the board, and I was just trying to evaluate whether or not they'd give us a shot to look at that thing. Sometimes they gave it great consideration. I mean, right now it's an eyelash, between him making it and not making it, and so. But it looked like the right call, and that's why we challenged it. We went for it, and maybe what gets lost in it is the throw and the catch. Gosh, it was a great throw and a great catch under duress, and the whole thing was a fantastic play.
It's one thing for Lockett to do that, but Bobo at 6'4", 200 plus, get his feet down like that.
Jake's got all that stuff in him. He's already shown us. We've already seen. He's got the great knack in the sense and the awareness and space and spatial awareness, and there's no catch that he can't make. There's nothing he can't do with catching the ball and using his body and in that fashion. I mean, that's in a short time, 6 months of watching the guy. I totally trust him.
It looks like he's helping you out as a blocker too in the run game.
He continues to. Yeah, he's been doing that well, and he continues to. It just makes him more valuable for us in so many ways.
You talked last week about Jackson kind of just getting started. You like the next step he took?
Yeah, no doubt. He just feels so much better and contributing so well. The call was a great call from Shane, and it was so easy that Jim just threw it at him down on the goal line on the touchdown. But it was the other plays that were really good plays for him. So, like I said, those guys play like starters.
How close was DK to playing? And I guess not having him.
He's hurt. No, he wouldn't. If he could have played, he'd have played. Don't for a second think that he's looking for a way out of this thing. That's not him at all. He's sick that he couldn't play, and he tried and tried to stay with it. He's played the last couple weeks under tremendous duress and played well in those circumstances. This just added up too much, and he couldn't get it done. So if he can get back, he'll be back.
You've talked so much about Boye Mafe's improvement. He missed a few plays in the first half, but it seemed like he was frequently back there disrupting Joshua Dobbs. How much did he key this defensive performance?
No, he continues to. He's continuing to be a factor. There's no doubt. He did jump when he shouldn't have. He had the guy, and the guy wasn't even throwing it. So he's still got stuff to learn. Okay, and he had a clean sack opportunity that he kind of, he went airborne on it. So he's got more to learn. But he is a big factor. Yeah, he's doing a really good job. I thought Darryl had a couple rushes too, did a nice job, and the guys they're contributing. You can tell. We've got something going here, and really excited about it.
What did you think of Gino's somersault play down in the goal line? Did you think
I forgot all about that one. No kidding. That was a great play. There's a big play that happened in another game today where a guy was flipping and something like that. Gino's was better. He completed the jump.
Did you think of challenging that play to see if he was in, or?
No, we thought we were going to knock it in. But I was just glad he got up, to tell you the truth.
Did you feel fortunate he landed on Walker? That might have raised his.
Well, it was probably designed that way. They were thinking about it. I don't know. We're just lucky. It was a great effort, and that just shows you who he is and how willing he is to do whatever it takes.
What did you think of the call on Mafe and that whole sequence where they took away the interception and all that?
I don't know. I didn't see it. I don't have any evaluation of what happened on the play.
Pete, I think it's 3 straight opponents you've held under 250 total yards. Is that how much of that is predicated on your run defense and kind of playing off of that?
Yeah, we played the run really well, except we let the quarterback get out on the 25-yard first and 25 play, which is, that's our touchdown that we gave up on the day. And we had it scheme-wise. We should have played the play really well, and we didn't. We're really playing running game well, and it's been every time we've been out from preseason on throughout. That's the commitment from the coaches and the players that's getting that done. That's consistency, and that's where it all starts. Remember way back when it starts there. Okay, this is where we build from, and it's working. So unfortunately, they get a bunch of yards today from the quarterback, but the quarterback element is really the hardest factor. We had it schemed. We didn't execute as well as we needed to keep him down. But we're playing really well there, I think.
What's it looking like for Abe Lucas possibly getting back this week?
I can't. From what I'm hearing, I can't say he's coming back this week. I don't know that. He's got to surprise us a little bit. It's just taking time for this process to get him right, and we don't want to rush it now that we've gone this long. So I don't know. I don't know until we get through the week.
Just on Kenny McIntosh.
He's doing great. Yeah, he is right on the verge of coming back. Yeah.
What about Jason Peters?
This should be his week. He should be ready. If we got a spot for him to play, he's ready to go. It was all but this week, but next week he'll be ready if he makes it through the week and everything goes well. So I'm looking to see where he can fit in and contribute to us. And it depends on who's available, next week.
Did you get a sense of how Olu played at center and just kind of handling it?
I think he did okay. I felt solid about it. We did mishandle a snap in there, but other than that, it felt like he was doing all right. He's really a bright kid, and it's just not too big for him. You know, he's played in a lot of big games in his college career and all that. It's not too big for him to do this. Really handles things well. So that's a fine job by him. Evans should have a chance to come back next week. We'll see what happens.
2 for 2 on challenges.
Say it again.
2 for 2 on challenges.
Yeah, that was a good day for challenging, man. He got a lot of help though. We good?
Anything else?